Few careers in modern football have followed as dramatic as a trajectory as Jadon Sancho, once held as a generational winger, a teenager lighting up the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund, breaking assist records and drawing praise from Pep Guardiola and most football fans around the world. Sancho now finds himself in a career limbo at the age of 25, a turn nobody predicted. As of today, Jadon Sancho is in a crossroads. Manchester United are desperate, trying to sell him because of his high wages and zero impact at the football club. Multiple clubs around the world have shown interest. Roma, Napoli, Juve, Turkey, Saudi have all had interest in this man. They all wanted this man. Even Chelsea wanted this man. But he is reluctant to leave because he does not want to lower his wage demand. One can look at his most recent girlfriend, his high maintenance girlfriend. Now, for anybody that doesn't know who his most recent girlfriend is, that he just got a tattoo on his neck or behind his ear, she is an American rapper. Now, her most famous song is this. Let's look at the lyrics, shall we? Rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type, that's my type. Nigga, that's my type, 8-inch big, ooh, that's good. Okay, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Jadon Sancho is not trying to get below 8 figures. Here's the thing, the most significant recent development came when AC Roma submitted an official bid to Manchester United. The deal was structured with a loan obligation to buy, with the Italian side offering £20 million for a player that has signed for £73 million back in 2021. Which is crazy, but hey, we taking anything at this point for Manchester United. Now, on the surface, this was a lifeline, a chance to play regular football under Gasperini, who's a great manager. Rebuild his reputation in Serie A, which, let's be honest, is a second chance league for EPL players who flopped, and escape the hostile environment at Old Trafford and the English media. But the deal collapsed immediately. Why? Jadon Sancho rejected Roma's offer. He said, hell nah, I ain't going. Now, there are two main reasons on why Jadon Sancho said no to Roma. Reports are saying, number one, wages. Roma proposed a salary of 75k per week, and Jadon Sancho laughed at that because Jadon Sancho is currently on 250k a week plus at Manchester United. He was never gonna accept that kind of pay cut, which I kind of understand. You don't go from 250k a week plus to 75k a week. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's too much wage cut. Number two, personal terms. Beyond the wages, Sancho reportedly wasn't convinced about the overall package, whether it's the lifestyle, the competitiveness of Roma's project, or the lack of Champions League football. The move simply did not appeal to him. Now, I'll say this. If Champions League football is the reason why Jadon Sancho said no to Roma, brother, give your head a wobble. Give your head a wobble. There is no way on God's green earth any Champions League football club is gonna get you. Like, give your head a wobble. Now, obviously for United, this rejection was a blow. Not only had they found a serious bidder, but they had prepared to cut their losses dramatically. This was a chance to get Sancho off their books, but now they can't. I know Sir Jim Ratcliffe, or should I say Sir Jim Mr. Krabs, was pissed when Jadon Sancho did not accept Roma's proposal. Now, what is Jadon Sancho's game plan? Why is he rejecting Roma? Why is he rejecting these clubs? Well, Jadon Sancho's stance has become increasingly clear. He is holding out for a move that suits him both financially and competitively. While clubs like Juve, Napoli, Borussia Dortmund and Fenerbahce have all expressed interest in him, none of them are willing or able to match his wages. Now, Besiktas has come close. Reports in Turkey suggested that the club had prepared a welcome video, but Jadon Sancho stalled and again isn't willing to jump at that opportunity. Insiders claim that he is prepared to wait until the final days of the transfer window in hopes to get a bigger clubs, perhaps force a late market panic, which is, I ain't gonna lie, kind of smart from Jadon Sancho, because how many times have we seen clubs at the end of the transfer window just buy players for the sake of buying players, like Sterling. Jadon Sancho is basically trying to do a Sterling. Wait until the end of the transfer and wait for a big club to panic and buy him or get him on a loan. And if the Sterling strategy does not work out, he will go to Turkey because Turkey's transfer window extends longer than the European transfer window. But this strategy is risky. While waiting might secure him better terms and better money, it could also leave him stranded at United, training away from the first team and with no realistic prospect of playing any minutes. The longer he stays on the sidelines, the sharper the decline in both form and market value. Then next thing you know, Saudi's not gonna come for you. We linking up with Lingard. That's what's gonna happen. We ain't gonna go to Saudi, we're gonna link up with Lingard. No disrespect to South Korean clubs. For Manchester United, Jadon Sancho has become a headache they can't ignore. His exile from Erik ten Hag's squad back in September 2023 after publicly calling out the manager for making him a scapegoat effectively ended his career at Old Trafford. He has not played a single competitive game for Manchester United since. The numbers tell their own story. The man was bought for 73 million. He's on a weekly wage of 250k plus and has appeared 0 minutes since his exile from Manchester United and has scored 12 goals in 83 appearances. This is more than a headache. This is a midlife crisis for Manchester United. United are staring at a significant financial loss. Even with the Roman deal, 20 million with an obligation to buy would have met a write-off of over 50 million, and they got him for 70 million. Yet they still can't afford for him to sit out and do nothing. The club needs to get rid of Jadon Sancho. There is no if or buts maybe. He has to go for the financial reasons. If Jadon Sancho stays beyond the transfer window, this man is not gonna play any minutes. He's gonna pick up passive money. He's literally gonna pick up passive money. He's gonna be a millionaire while picking up passive money. So Manchester United have to get rid of Jadon Sancho. They have to do an Arsene Wenger, what he did to Adebayo. Make him train with the academy players. Make him play with the academy players. As for Jadon Sancho, I really don't understand his perspective. I really don't understand this guy. Listen, I know you have a high maintenance girlfriend, but Chelsea wanted you. They wanted you for over 100k a week. Why did you say no to Chelsea? Manchester United were willing to let you go. You were happy at Chelsea. You were playing good football at Chelsea. Now, I know you weren't starting. You were going to come off the bench. But you still had a chance to play at a Champions League club that wanted you and were going to give you a high wage. Not the same at Manchester United, but a high wage. I really don't understand Jadon Sancho. His thinking is beyond me. Listen, believe it or not, Jadon Sancho is not a bad player. He's not a good player, but he's not a bad player. He's an okay player. His time at Borussia Dortmund, when he went on loan, he showed us his levels. He showed us how good he can be. At Chelsea, he wasn't the greatest, but he was okay. Chelsea fans were okay with him coming back and being a bench piece. But I don't understand Jadon Sancho. I don't understand his perspective. Jadon Sancho is at a crossroads that will define the rest of his career. By holding out the perfect move, he is risking losing momentum entirely. At the age of 25, he should be entering his peak. Without a shadow of a doubt, this man should have been one of the best players in the world. But without regular football, those years could be slipping away. Excuse me for my language, those years have slipped away, but he can gain the momentum back. For Manchester United, this is what you get. This is your dose. This is your medicine. First of all, I understand getting Jadon Sancho for 73 million. I understand that part. That part makes total sense. But putting him on a wage of 250k a week, the same wage Salah was on, is disgusting. For a guy that has proven nothing. This Sancho situation is symbolic of a deeper problem, a pattern of expensive signings who fail to deliver. The club can't keep affording to repeat the same cycles that they have been doing for years. Year in, year out, they have been doing this nonsensical, stupid, idiotic financial move. Selling Jadon Sancho at a massive loss would sting, but it might also represent a necessary reset, cutting ties with a failed project and moving on. Anyways, comment down below on what Jadon Sancho is gonna do. Is this man gonna duke it out for financial reasons, or is he gonna go revive his footballing career and play for a lower wage? That's all I got. Please like, subscribe, and goodbye.